It says, describe the transformation of f of x when we compare it to the parent function square root of x. So if you think about what's happening here, this negative out in front, what that does is it flips over x-axis, or maybe reflects is a better word. Then let's think about what the 7 does. So what the 7 is going to do in this function is you're going to take your input, it's going to go into x, take away 2, do the opposite, take the square root, and then you're going to take away 7 from your output. So it's going to take your output and it's going to shift it down 7. Now let's think about what the negative 2 does. So there's really like a set of parentheses around there because we now know that that's x minus 2 to the 1/2 power. And so in math, when you see a parentheses, it's called the argument of the function, and it shifts it left and right. And it does the opposite of what you would think. So in this case, it goes right 2. That's a shift right 2. So, real rough sketch here. Regular old square root does something like this. Okay. What's going to happen here is it's going to flip it. So let's do this in green. So it's going to flip it over the x-axis. Okay. It's going to shift it down 7. And then it's also going to shift it right 2. So altogether it's going to end up doing something like that third line I just drew. So it'll end up somewhere around there. Okay, so once again, the negative in front reflects over the x-axis. The negative 7 at the end shifts it down 7, and in parentheses it shifts it right 2. Think about, like, say you had y equals x minus 4 quantity squared plus 3. Well, if you recall back to the parabola, in vertex form, we have vertex at 4, 3. Right? So go over 4, up 3. That's where your vertex is. And your parabola shifted from the origin over 4, up 3. And that's how this works.